What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Welcome back to Isla Nublar, where I have just finished my Sandbox build on this island. For this island, it did a lake-themed park where I flooded the whole island and built around the edges and just made a lake-themed park. If you missed the series, I'll put a card up right now so you can go watch it because it was really fun to do. This is one of my favorite parks I've built so far. I don't know what my favorite is so far. It's either this one or the abandoned park, or the tropical one. They're all great. But I really had a lot of fun with this one. So this is going to be the tour for that park, just to kind of show you around what I did, and I hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get started with Jurassic World Isla Nublar, the lake-themed park. So for this park, I decided to use the redwoods a lot because, I find it's a really cool aesthetic, but it only really works if you only use the redwoods. If you use them at another kind of tree in the same park, it feels kind of weird, I think it only works if you only use the redwoods. So I chose this park to do that for. There. Jeez. Phone was buzzing a lot. Anyway, so you get off the monorail, you get this little opening section, which is really kind of calm and peaceful. So I could just step out into the woods. It's really cool. I put a clothing shop here as kind of like a little lodge you'd go to, like when you first get here. I don't know. I even renamed it The Lodge as well. I didn't show that in the series, but I did do that between episodes. It was really cool. So I think it kind of works. It's like a log cabin looking thing. Kind of thing you'd find at like a lake resort or something. If you went like camping at a lake or something, you might see this at some point. Like a check-in point or something. I don't know. I just think it looks cool with the aesthetic. And so here I have three different paths. I have one over here that goes to a viewing gallery where you can look at the whole park. So I'm actually going to show the view from that. Show view. So you see the whole park from here, all the dinosaurs across the whole lake. It's awesome. There's an island in the middle of the lake you can see right there, which is really cool. So there's that. And then we have a path that leads off to this tower for our first exhibit, which is, I used a Apatosaurus and a Montosaurus for this one. I don't know why. I wanted to use a sauropod that I haven't used very much, and so a Apatosaurus fit the bill. And then a Monosaurus I haven't used at all yet. And since the Apatosaurus is so dull colored, I wanted to use the Monosaurus to kind of balance it out, because the alternate skins are like really colorful. Where are the Monosauruses? Did they exist? Did they cease to exist? Or what's going on here? Oh, there they are. Hello. They're all having a cult meeting over here. Hello. They're amazing. See, the purple really is a little flash of color in this exhibit that's very dull gray. Very dull gray. But anyway, you can then get in on the monorail on this path and kind of ride on over here. Oh, geez, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oops. Sorry if I disoriented anybody there and caused you to freak out. Did not mean to do that. Alright, so you get off the monorail station here. And then you have two ways you can go. You can go this way, which is where we're going to go first. That leads you to kind of our little main street area with all our shops and an innovation center, which is really cool looking because I put this little path around here that goes right up to the fence where you can see our next exhibit, which is a Mamenchisaurus exhibit, which is awesome because I love the Mamenchisaurus so much because they're so massive. And like you saw when you look through this viewing gallery across the lake, you see the Mamenchisaurus off in the distance. It just looks so cool with the Innovation Center in the background. I'm really happy with how this view turned out. And then I also used the Stegosaurus because the first time we ever saw them in the movies was in like a redwood forest area. So I thought it was only appropriate to do that here. With the decision for the redwoods, I wanted to use some kind of like pine tree or something, but obviously there's no like spruce trees, like small pine trees. The only thing that's even close is the redwoods, so I decided to use that because I didn't think the jungle theme I wasn't going for like a tropical theme. I was going for more of a like a northern, like North America. Like it should feel like you're in like Montana or Canada or Northern California or something. That's kind of what it feels like here, except for the mountains in the background. But you know, ignore those. But anyway, moving on. If we head back here, if you go this way, you will come across the hotel. So this is kind of like a little private resort area, kind of tucked away in the back. As you can see, there's like little like rocky bits that I made, kind of jutting out, kind of sectioning this area off, making it feel very secluded, which is really cool. It works really well because like you can't see much of the rest of the park from here, other than the monorail, and like if you look really hard, you can see the innovation center and like maybe some viewing platforms or whatever. But I mean, it's really cool. And then for this exhibit, I wanted to do some Ankylosaurians of some kind, so I just did some Polacanthus, which are really awesome. Hello, buddy. But then, if you follow the monorail even farther, you'll come to this area. Now, this area is really cool. This is one of my favorite areas of the park. So out here we have an exhibit, of course. We have the Metriacanthosaurus in this exhibit, which is really cool. And here's where I wanted to put some sandy beaches, because I said it's not tropical, but if you go to like Maine or something, in Acadia National Park, which I actually went there before I went and did this park. I kind of used some inspiration from my trip in this park, and at Acadia it's a lot of like rocky shorelines and stuff like that, but there's also some sandy beaches here and there. So I decided to put one in here, not for the dinosaurs, but for the guests. Obviously they can't go on here, but it's still kind of cool having a little beach here where you can look across the lake, see dinosaurs, see a mountain, obviously see the innovation center. It's really cool. I love this area. It's very woodsy. Like, you just look through there, it's like, you can see some fences, but mostly just looks like you're looking through the woods, which is really cool. Oh, what did I do that for? Anyway, though, if you follow the little path, this is one of the coolest ideas I think I had. I was super excited when I thought of this. But you follow the path across the entire beach, and you come to this monorail, and this monorail gives you access to the island in the middle of the lake, which is like our big carnivore exhibit. It's where the access to that is. So you get off the monorail on the island here. So you're in the center of the lake. You see the innovation center over there. You see the islands all around you, the lake all around you. Then you come to this platform where you can see the Giganotosaurus exhibit, which I think is the only large carnivore I have not used in a park yet up until this point, so I decided to do that. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Is he going to roar? No? Oh, come on. You gotta roar. Never mind. Fine, don't roar then. That's okay. Look at the people up there. He pointed at the camera. Nice. Anyway, so there's that exhibit. I figured it'd be cool to have one large carnivore and to put it in the middle of the lake. So I did that. Then the main monorail kind of just wraps around behind this like smaller secret one, I guess. And it leads over to this area, which is a Jurassic Tour area. Like a little safari area in this little like river delta sort of thing. So it's like a bunch of rivers that kind of all interconnect with each other. And I kind of made it look like, over here, I made it look like there's a stream kind of running off into the woods, like into the jungle over there. Obviously it hits the edge of the map and there's no more water, but it looks like there's a stream there that kind of just runs off the map, which is kind of the point. And that's really cool. So, and it kind of leads into all these rivers that kind of branch off from each other, where we have all these exhibits. So I have 5 exhibits here. So one of them is the Monoburosauruses, which is a very underrated hadrosaur in my opinion. Very cool looking. Nice big exhibit for him. But then once you get on the Jurassic Tour, you follow it along, you can see that exhibit on this one side. The other side you have the Dracorex exhibit. I have only a few of them in here, but it's pretty cute. Small little, more open exhibit where they kind of just walk around. They're super tiny. That's awesome. You continue on farther and you see on this side the Pseudoceratops exhibit. Relatively new dinosaur, one I have not used in a park yet, so I decided to include them here. And here's where it gets very woodsy. There's a lot of trees in this area, which is awesome. So there's that, and then here's where it gets really cool, is you actually go into one exhibit. So, and you got these little like makeshift bridges. I wish there were actual bridges, but there aren't. So I did these kind of makeshift bridges. They don't look, you can still see the course of the river if you go up. It doesn't look too weird, but it'd be nice to have actual bridges and not have to like ruin my rivers by doing this, but it's whatever. So here I have Gigant Spinosaurus, which that skin is awesome. I've never used that skin before, and it is awesome. So glad I tried that one. And then here I decided to include, I wanted to do some small carnivores, and I decided to include the 2001 female Velociraptor, because I've never used this one in the park yet either. I'm saving the 2001 male for a later park, don't worry. I'm using it for an awesome, awesome exhibit, like, in a later park, so don't worry. So we have this exhibit with more hills and everything, which is really cool. Got some raptors. And here's where the kind of just loops around and then heads back through Gigant Spinosaurus exhibit and back to the start. So that's a pretty cool little area. I'm really proud of this area. Then the last section is if you follow the monorail all the way to the end. Here we have a viewing gallery for an exhibit of Chasmosauruses, which I have not seen that skin in the light yet. That's an awesome skin. It's really cool. Another very woodsy exhibit with some ceratopsids in it. Another one I have not really used yet. I think the only one now I have not used is the Pentaceratops, which I plan on using very soon. Don't you worry. But then the other path here leads you kind of up this little mountain. It's like a bluff more than a mountain. It's not like super steep or anything. But you go all the way this winding little path all the way to the very top where you have the Sauropelta exhibit, our final exhibit here. Which they're kind of cool. And so you get this cool little overlook of the whole park, and you can even look through this little platform and see the whole park kind of sprawling out beneath you. It's pretty awesome. So there's that. And then you just keep going with the monorail and get back to the beginning. So that's essentially the whole park. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I had a lot of cool ideas between having the island in the middle of the lake, having this little river delta area, having the mountain on this side, mountain loosely, the beach on the other side, the private resort area, the main street where it is really cool, how it kind of just goes right up to the water, and it's surrounded by this absolutely huge exhibit. And yeah, so that's basically it for this park. So hope you guys enjoyed that park build. If you saw it, let me know what your favorite exhibit is. If you saw the whole series, and let me know what you thought about the park overall. Also, give me some suggestions for the next park. I don't know when I'm going to start recording that one. It'll be a while, probably, maybe, or it could be like in a few days. I don't really know yet. But anyway, let me know what you think about the idea for the next park being a gyrosphere safari by time period and by location. There's going to be some research having to be done for that one, but I'll do it. Don't worry. But yeah, so that was a really fun park build. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are excited for the next one. If you did, make sure you let me know by leaving a like on the video, commenting your favorite parts, and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. Also hit the bell. Don't forget that step. That's a really important step. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys for this park build. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.